Good morning, students. On Jai Hind. और now today we are going to start or begin the first book. Understand? We shall start from the first book or the second chapter. The first chapter is not valued or the valued in the CBSE board. The introducing, that is the introducing chapter. Okay, the first book say first chapters. No, from the second chapter, that is with the assessable or that is the evaluated as in the marks in the second chapter. Understand? And that second chapter, I have already taught this chapter, no doubt, in the audio through the audio. Whether you have I hope that you have listened those, and if you listen, so that will be the very beneficial for you if you have the record of that. Understand? And that will be the very much helpful to you. But students, since we have finished our entire chapters so far till now, so then I would like to again teach those chapters which had been given to you by the audio, and through the video I shall try to teach those all the chapters. Okay, so again for your benefits I am going to, and for your advantage in the examination from point of the view of the examination, this will help you as much. So the one of that, the demographic structure of India. This is the second chapter of the first book, and the helper one is that first of all, let's see what is the demography. Understand, students? So demography is a systematic study of the population of a country. What is demography? So a systematic study of the population of a country. Or now this term has been the term demography is the Greek origins. This has been taken from the Greek terms and the Greek language, or it is the composed of the two words. Now this has been the composed of the two words. First word is the demos. Demos means the people. Understand? As the democracy, the demos, that has been also consisted of the two terms. Demos means people, cracy means rules. Understand? Demos and the crazy. And secondly, students, the second in the or this term demography, demos means the people, and as well as the graphics means the describe. Okay, now graphene means the describe, so implying the description of the people. So this particularly this term describes the descriptions of the people. Understand? Demography means the description of the people is there. Or now demography studies the trend, and the one thing is that what the demography? The demography means the study of the population. Now studies trends. What the trends? Trends and the process associated with this demography is what? It is the trend and the process associated with the population, including, this is the associated, related with the population, including the changes in the population. First, it is this demographic is the study that includes the trends of the study, and the changes that includes the population size, changes in population. First, what the changes at the certain point of the time or the time of the space, population changes. The first it now changes in population size. First, it is associated. Second, pattern of births. But in that population size, what is the pattern of birth? What is the pattern of deaths? What is the pattern of death? What is the migration? How many people are the migrating? How many people are the going, excluding from that population, how many people are including in that population by the migration. So now this is the out migration or in migration, how happens, and this demographical changes happens, and this demographical changes happens by the birth, by the deaths, or by the migration. Understand? So now these trends or these processes happens in population segments. Understand? And that changes is studied in a demographic structure of a country. These things are studied in the demographic and the structure and the composition, and as well as this demographic structure of the composition. Also, population such as the relative proportion of the women and the men. This is also included in the study of demography. The relative proportion, what is the relative proportion of the women, female or the male in different age groups, and as well as what is the proportion of the male and the female at a different age groups, infants, youths, old, understand, and the men and women and their proportion. These all things are included in a study of demographic studies. And moreover, students, there are different varieties of the demography, including there are many different varieties of the demography in the population study of that. Formal demography. First, let's see what is the formal demography. The first formal demography is a largely quantitative field. It is the now which is largely quantitative field, and the social demography, formal demography, is just associated with the quantitative field. Understand? Analysis, survey, and social demography, which focus on the social, economic, or the political aspects of the population. Now here try to understand, there are two kinds of the demography, formal demography and the social demography. Formal demography is the largely related to the quantitative field, and the informal demography is the social demography is associated with the social, economic, and political aspects of the population. Social, economic, and political aspects of the populations. All demographic studies are based on these. All demographic studies, whether the formal demography or the social demography, are completely based on the processes of counting. These are based on the processes of the counting or the enumeration, such as the census. These all are the demographic processes are based on the counting or enumerations, such as the census or survey. Census and survey, which involves the systematic collection. Census of survey, what is that? Census and survey. That census and survey involves the systematic collection of data on the people. Systematic collection of data on the people residing within a specified territory, and also the residing within a specified territories in a particular zones and a particular area. Understand? This is the associated the survey. So we see that now the studies, all demographic studies are related or the based on the process of counting, enumerating, or the collecting of data through the census or through the survey, and within a certain area, within a certain defined area. Understand? So this is now this is a process of accounting, or this is the aspects of the demography. This is the aspects of the demography. Okay. Next thing is how demography is important to the sociology. One thing is that, students, we have to be the see how the demography is a very important to the sociology. Sociology, we know that this emerged as a very new subject. You know that, and particularly it now took the say, although the sociology had been the study, the society had been the study since the ancient time. Understand? But in the modern sense, the sociology now came up, or sociology emerged as a discipline after in the Europe, particularly in the Europe, and particularly after the industrial revolution, and after the many revolutions had the that paved the way, French Revolution, and as well as the enlightenment, or as well as the industrial revolution. These are the major factors of the study of the sociology, and they gave the way and they gave the scope for the study of the sociology, modern sociology. Understand? And as well as this also, the modern social changes and transformation in the society, on the economy and the political system, that now made, understand, and the focused much on the social survey and the social census. Social census and survey. Why? Because of the sociology became the very important subject, because of the transformation in the economic system, transformation in the political system, the political attitudes towards the society. Understand? Political attitude towards the society, and the nature of the governments towards the society. Understand? That now made the sociology subject very important for the states and for the all the governments. Why? Because the sociology provides a real state, or a real conditions, creates the real conditions of the sociological study subject. Moreover, in fact, the emergence of sociology and its successful establishment on an academic discipline, it's now sociology now established as a successful disciplined academic discipline, owed a lot to the demography, and this is related to the demography as a subject or the discipline. The sociology now much related to the demographical study, means by the survey or the census of the society. Understand? The sociology was much associated with, and the two different process, particularly the two different processes happen to take place at the roughly the same time in Europe during the later half of the 18th century. The two processes and the two different processes happened, and processes emerged in the entire Europe. Understand? Two different processes. First, formation of a nation state. We know very well that the formation of nation state emerged. It means that a sense of nationality, a sense of unity, a sense of collectiveness, a sense of integrated society, or integrated, or a collectiveness, that emerged, that feeling emerged all over the Europe. And this feeling of the social, feeling of the integration, feeling of the assimilation, feeling of the unification, feeling of the love for the nation and dedication and sacrifice, these feelings no doubt, understand, paved the way for the establishment of the nation states, in which the all people living in a certain defined boundary of the states, all people have the feeling or the dedication for the nation. And these nation states, understand, was established, it began to be the established. First nation states in the modern times, we can say it was the phrase that started from this trend of the nation states began from the French Revolution. Understand? Then after the Italian unification, then after the Germany unification of Germany, then after the United emergence and formation of the United Kingdom, which all were a part of the process of the forming of the nation states. The people now having their national sense, complete national sense, and the full of the views of the nationalities, understand, they now, these ideas emerged all over the Europe, and moreover, formation of nation state, and it's a principal form of political organization, and this nation states became principal form of the political organization. It means that all states in the Europe begin to be the setup and the form on the basis on the ideas of the nation states. Understand, nation state, and that nation states made a very strong national feeling, created the strong national feelings, and they give a passionate strength, emotional strength to the nations, imbibed with the enormous energy of the youths and the people and dedications towards the nation. This was and that feelings was exploited by the imperialist countries of the Europe, and now they turn these emotions towards the capturing the rest of the continents of the world. This is and here we have to be the formation of nation states, and it's a principle. The second is the beginning of the modern science of the statistics. Modern science of statistics. Now the counting, a scientific counting, a numerical or the scientific counting. So the two things here, the nation states and a modern science of statistics. Understand, this was the two things emerged: counting of the people and scientifically by the census or by the survey, and the nation states or gave a new kind of the strong political organization to the Europe. Okay, and here we can see that the first state had begun to expand. One thing is that the first state had begun to expand its role and the function. The first of all, modern states. One thing is that now there were two kinds of the states in the medieval time or in the beginning of the modern time. One the monarchy system or the police state, and second is the modern state, yani welfare state. We can say that now the modern states were concerned, the police states were only concerned with the collecting the tax, maintaining the army, maintaining the internal peace, or protecting the country and their respective country from the foreign aggression. This was the only work was entitled to the states. But in the modern states, which emerged as a nation states with several works as a welfare state, this modern state was emerged as the modern states, means the modern states begin to take on and work. There is hardly a gap, there is no administration, and from modern states begin to work from cradle to death. Understand, a state is now standing up beside you. The state will cooperate now from cradle to death. Understand, the state is with the citizen, and welfare state means the state will take the concern, of the roads, concern of the civic life, road, electricity, medical treatment, medical concern, economic concern. Understand, or the all concerns, all civic amenities, the state will try to provide these to his or her citizens. Understand? So now the state in modern state was the concern with the development of the school, setting up the schools, the colleges, universities, or the bridges, or the roads and the hospitals, like that, and completely concerned to the work for the good of the common man, for the interest of the common man. The modern states work worked and they were working on these motives. The police states only the 2 or 3 works they had concerned the law and order, collection of the taxes and the defense of the country. Okay, but the modern states, apart from the law and order or defense and the country, the every aspects of the human lives are the concern. They are concerned with the development of every, where there is hardly gap, there is no administration. Modern states is the now with you at the every step or every point of time. Understand? Every turnings they are standing for it, helping from everywhere. So here is these modern states which were the working on the basis of the welfare of the common man. Understand? Welfare of the common man, or it had a, for instances, began to take the active interest in the development of the early forms of the public health. Modern states began to take the interest in the early form of public health. We know that the modern state is taking they are concerned about the hospitals and health of the people and the management, health management, policing, providing the security, law and order, and the maintenance of the law and order, economic policies for relating to the agriculture, industries, agricultural development, concerned with the industrial developments and the taxation system, revenue generation, or the governance of the cities, big cities. These are the concern, a very close concern of the modern states. Understand? The now students, we see that, and this new and the constant expanding, the state is the now taking a lots of responsibility. A lot of responsibility day by day, every day, a new responsibility the modern states shoulders. Okay, and the constantly expanding sphere of state and activity is expanding every day, constantly. The span of control is expanding. Spheres of work and field of work required a systematic and regular collection of. So this expanding work of the modern states requires a regular collection of social statistics. So this required a for the development of the society. Modern states, understand? So they require the statistics, social statistics, understand, or the quantitative data on various aspects of population. Quantitative data they required on the various population and the economy. The data was required for the modern states. Okay, for the collection revenue and for the not only the revenue, for the serving and the knowing the status of the people, status of the society, for the welfare. And this the practice of the collection of the social statistics by the state is the itself much older. The practice of the keeping or the taking the social statistics by the state is the very older. Understand? Or now, moreover, the much older, but it acquired its modern form. But it's this data collection or the data keeping by the state had been the very old. But its modern form, it formed towards the end of but in the modern sense or in the modern way of the data collection is the now this began particularly in the 18th century. ये जो start हुआ ये 18th century में start हुआ. Modern way of the data collection or the data accumulations for the serving. Or first of all, अगर हम देखें, if you see that now the American census of 1790s was the first modern census in the world. 1790, the first and the practice was soon taken up in the Europe as well as the early soon in the 80s. Understand? In 80s, this was the 1800. It was taken by the other European countries. Understand? This first modern census, practice of the modern census, began first of in America in 1790, and by the 1800, the most of the country of the Europe began to imitate this system given by Americans. Understand? And moreover, or in our country, regarding the Bharat, regarding the India, began to be conducted by the Indian government, when the British were between the 1867 to the 72. That the process of the census now began, and the data collection and the survey began. But and the regular 10-yearly decennial data collection in India have been conducted since the 1881. Decennial data collection began in 1881, irregular data collection. But before that, in the beginning, 1867 to the 72, understand, British India, that data collection or the census began in India, but the regular census in 1881 onwards, or it is became the decennial. You can say in the census, 10-yearly census began in 1881. Before that, 1867 to 72, that those may be the annuals or the annual data collections. Understand? But the decennial collection began in India in 1881. That the regularly happened. Okay. So now, students, independent India continued a practice, and the 6 decennial census or the 7 decennial system. In the book is the old. Understand? That's why the 7 here, the 6 is written, but on the 2001 up to the, okay, no revisions had been done. Understand? So the 2001, the 6 census had happened, and since the 1951, understand, since the 1951, this was the started, or the Indian census is the largest such as the exercise in the world. Now we know that the largest exercise in the world, although we are the second after the China in respect of in terms of the population. Understand? But our conduction is the largest conduction. Since the China does not conduct a regular census. China does not conduct regular census, but our country is very much religious to conduct the census in the decennial census. Understand? So that is the we are the wider and the great conductor of the census system. And in the modern age, why are the demographic data is important for a state politics? Here another question is, why are the demographic data are the important for a state policies? Okay, students, I suppose that time is about to up. So the next period I shall teach, and I hope that you people understand. You must listen. That will make the easier. Or although you can just study yourself, self study is the good, but as well as the listen the lectures also. That will make the more clearly. Understand? So then this chapter begins today. Understand? And then every day you will listen. Okay, that is as a revision or as a apart from audio to the videos. From audio to the videos we are moving towards. Thank you very much.